Hale Hildebrandt Field in Palatine. Both teams are on the field. We are just a few minutes away from this IHSA Class 6A quarterfinal matchup between the undefeated Stevenson Patriots, 11-0, and they in the first round of the Class 6A playoffs. They knocked off Collinsville 38-8 last week in the second round, easily rolled by Wheaton North 34-14. Fremd had two pretty closely contested contests in their playoff matchups so far in 1996 in the first round. As you look at the Fremd Vikings sidelines, and they're all green uniforms, white numbers, and a little out of the Minnesota Vikings, a little horn on their helmet. They knocked off York on the road 14-10, and then they came back last weekend and they knocked off Addison Trail here at Hale Hildebrandt Field 21-13. But as we were saying in the pregame, as you see the Stevenson Patriots, last year they finished 10-1. They lost in the second round of Class 6A to the York Dukes 21-14. This year they've been perfect, and they got Steve Clancy and Kyle Brand in the backfield, and certainly something that the defense of the Fremd Vikings certainly are. They're going to have to be on their toes, because both those guys coming into the contest, each over 1,200 yards rushing apiece, that being Clancy and Brandt, and averaging just over 7 yards per carry, and you combine it with that 44 touchdowns combined between the two. Certainly, I'm sure he wants to mix it up defensively against Clancy and Brandt today, Bill.
Well, definitely they're going to have a powerhouse. They have a powerhouse backfield. Stevenson does. Fremd's probably going to want to throw a few more blitzes in at him and maybe stack another guy up on the front line to stop the running attack.
On the other side, for the Fremd Vikings, it appears that once again, sophomore quarterback Pat Brown, we saw him the last Friday in September in Fremd's win here on Channel 3 over Buffalo Grove 14-0. Brian Carraher, the starting quarterback at the time, suffered a head injury in that game, and Pat Brown took over, played the rest of the game. He didn't complete a pass, but did not make any mistakes, and that's been the case so far. Pat Brown in the playoffs, since he took over in the first quarter of the first round game in their win over York. Carraher had thrown a couple of interceptions in the first quarter, and Mike Donatucci, the quarterback, he said he made a move on a gut check, brought Brown into the game. He played the rest of the game, and last week he started the entire contest. He was only 3 for 11 for 33 yards, didn't make any mistakes. In fact, he's thrown 38 passes this year without an interception. They rode the wave of the rushing of Mario Dorsey, who ran for 247 yards, and they ended up once again upsetting a higher seed in the playoffs, Addison Trail here, 21-13. Fremd will be kicking off. Jeff Gribish will be kicking it off. Steve Clancy, the deep man for the Patriots. We're underway. It's taken by Brandt. He fumbles the ball. It's taken over by Butler at the 10-yard line, and he's corralled down about the 19-yard line. Stevenson Patriots, their starting quarterback is junior Curtis Zervik. Doesn't make a lot of mistakes, only thrown 3 interceptions this year, and has tossed 10 touchdowns. The running backs, Clancy and Brandt, we talked about them in the pregame. Double tight ends, Doug Bryan and Brian Novosel. The tackles, Josh Kilker and Josh Leith. The guards, Parker Dodson and Sean Coughlin, and the center is Andrew Husted. 1st and 10 Patriots. Handoff to Clancy. Clancy left side, gaining only about 2 to the 21, and certainly a moral victory right away for the Vikings. Clancy averaging about 7 yards a carry, only gains 2 on his first carry here in this contest.
Clancy taking the ball off tackle here, and Stevenson's defensive line does a good job of holding him up. Nowhere for him to run.
2nd down and 8 from the 21-yard line. Hughes, Origer, Thiem, and Heinzel, the defensive front 4 for the Vikings. 2nd and 8 rather. Brandt gains just 2 up the middle to the 23. Good beginning defensively for the Vikings. It'll be 3rd and 6. The linebackers, Jordan, Stojic, and Pacini for the Vikings. Brand, as you saw moments ago on that replay carry, just getting a couple of yards inside the 25-yard line. Colin Moore, Andre Duncan, the cornerbacks. Shepard and Antis, the safeties for the Vikings. 3rd and 6. Handoff Clancy. Clancy breaks to the outside. He's got some room, and he has a first down to the 42-yard line. So Steve Clancy started up the middle, broke to the outside, and he has the first down of the contest.
Just a simple dive play, and Clancy broke it outside. There was nothing going in the middle. Broke off a few tackles and got a good gain for Stevenson.
Fremd would have loved to have stopped the high-powered running attack of the Patriots on their first offensive series in 3 and out and force a punting situation, but no dice for the Vikings. Pitch back to Brandt. Brandt pulls forward, opposite side, and is tackled at about the 45 after a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7.
Just a quick sweep. Brandt takes the ball off tackle, and Fremd does a nice job of stopping him in his tracks there.
We're 2 minutes exactly, and the clock moving into the first quarter. Stevenson in the road white uniforms with yellow pants, yellow helmet, and a green Patriot on their helmets with green trimming along their pants. It's 2nd and 7 from the 45. Inside out handoff to Clancy, and Clancy struggles forward for about 5 to midfield, making it 3rd and 2.
Clancy, a good strong runner. This play takes a while to develop. Just a good heads-up running up the middle. Stays low to the ground. Picks up good yardage for Stevenson.
The last couple of years, Stevenson, you wouldn't be surprised to see them go for it on 4th down, no matter where they are on the field. They have so much confidence in their offensive line. Look for them to do just that should they not get the first down. But that won't happen because Brandt will get the first down to the 46. A gain of 4, and the chains move. Another 4 downs for the Patriots.
Well, Brandt that time just followed his big offensive line right up the middle. A nice short gain for Stevenson, and it's the first down.
Clancy and Brandt so far, each with 3 carries apiece. They've combined with those 3 carries apiece to rush for 34 yards. No surprise, all the yardage on the ground so far for the Patriots. Curtis Zervik has only thrown the ball 100 times this year. Handoff to Clancy. Clancy breaks to the outside, then back inside, and he'll gain only about a yard to about the 44. Good pursuit by the Patriots front 4 on that play defensively. Under 8.5 minutes. This could be a fast game considering obviously both teams like to run the ball a lot. Stevenson on their first drive of the game, they've chewed over 3.5 minutes here in the opening quarter. Clock continues to move on 2nd and 9 from the 44. First pass, and a pass is caught by number 14, Jarazak, and he pitches it to Clancy right to the side of him. A little hook and ladder play to the 37, a gain of 7.
Stevenson going to their bag of tricks early, and that's, like you said, a little hook and ladder, or hook and trailer, I should say. And Fremd played it really nice.
I think that's the first hook and ladder play that we've seen so far all year.
Yeah, since I was playing in the backyard.
It's 3rd down and about 2. Third straight 3rd down situation for the Patriots. They need about 2. Zervik hands it off to Brandt, and Brandt will, on his forward progress, get the first down to the 34, a gain of 3, and 3rd straight first down on the drive for the Patriots.
Brandt, straight up football right here. If you need 2 yards, you get 2 yards. Fremd made a nice defensive play, but his momentum was going forward and got a first down for Stevenson.
1st and 10 for the Patriots. Our first look this year at the Stevenson Patriots. An undefeated season this year for Stevenson, 11-0, entering this Class 6A quarterfinal playoff game. 1st and 10, handoff Brandt, opposite side of the field, and he's only going to gain about a yard before he's brought down by big Jeff Heinzel, 6'4", 215, and a senior.
Heinzel made a nice play on the defensive end, fought off a block, and came back and made the tackle on Brandt for no gain.
Second down and about 9 at the 33-yard line. They've kept Brandt in check, so to speak, so far on this drive. 5 carries for 13 yards for Kyle Brandt, the senior halfback. Under center is Zervik. Zervik fades back, throws down the right sideline. It's caught by Clancy inside the 10, and he'll have a Stevenson touchdown. It's a 33-yard touchdown pass from Curtis Zervik to Steve Clancy, and the Patriots lead 6-0 with 6:13 remaining in the opening quarter, pending the extra point.
Well, this play was set up by the run play earlier. And Zervik just saw Clancy wide open. He got behind the defenders, and now it's just a foot race to the end zone. Patriots up 6-0.
Steve Clancy, he's rushed this year for 23 touchdowns, and he gets one via the air on a quarterback pass from Zervik to Clancy. 33-yard touchdown. That's the 11th touchdown pass of the year for Zervik. The extra point on its way, and it is no good. The score will remain Stevenson 6, Fremd nothing, nearly halfway through the opening quarter. Well, the Patriots, we saw the Palatine Pirates last week. They're averaging 45 points a game throughout the year, highest ranked offense in the area, but certainly the Stevenson Patriots are right up near the top. It doesn't take them a lot to score points as well, as the Patriots certainly throughout the year putting up big numbers on the scoreboard. There you look at the Stevenson sidelines, led by their head coach, Bill Mitz. Bill Mitz is in, actually the Stevenson Patriots. This is their 3rd straight North Suburban Conference title. We're panning down trying to find Bill. There's Bill. Right there. We just rolled past him. Now we're moving back. There's Bill to your left with the headsets on. This is the 4th championship overall for the Stevenson Patriots in the North Suburban Conference. And as I mentioned, their 3rd straight. The Vikings will get the ball now. Shepard and Duncan and Colin Moore, the 3 men deep. It's taken by Duncan, and Duncan breaks to the outside and is tackled by a few Patriots at the 26-yard line. Bill Mitz, by the way, in his 14th year as head coach, and this is their 8th straight playoff appearance, and they've made 9 overall in his 14 years. For the Fremd Vikings, as we'll take a look at the replay, which was bobbled by Duncan on the kickoff.
He fouled it, but he recovered nicely. Gets the ball, starts heading upfield, puts a nice move on number 32 here from Stevenson. Got himself a few extra yards.
Pat Brown is the quarterback, 5'9", 150, and a sophomore. 1st and 10 from the 26.
Whoa.
Hand off, Mario Dorsey does a 360. He may go all the way. 40, 30, he's going to go all the way. Mario Dorsey, talk about lightning in a bottle. 74-yard touchdown. Starts right where he left off.
That's a big play right there to start off the game for Fremd.
Man, is Mario Dorsey hot. Wow.
Got some good blocking up front. Big hole, he found it. A missed tackle there by Stevenson, and he's off to the races. Sees a clearing right there, and it's a foot race. Ain't no one going to catch him there. He tucks the ball to the other side. 6 points for Fremd.
One play in that 74-yard drive, and Mario Dorsey, who last week ran for 247 yards, a school record, starts right where he left off, as the extra point is good by Gribish. And the Fremd Vikings, after trailing just a short time ago 6-0, in a matter of moments, have taken a 1-point lead, 7-6, as you look at Mario Dorsey,
looks a little
the
tired.
senior tailback.
It's a long way to run.
We didn't even have a chance to get through the offensive and defensive starters, respectively, for Fremd and Stevenson.
What are you going to talk about for the next 5 minutes?
Well, we'll have to get their starters on the next series when Fremd has the ball offensively, and Stevenson is on the defensive side of the ball. Well, certainly that has got to give the Vikings a lot of confidence. They give up the touchdown to the high-powered rushing attack of the Stevenson Patriots, and on one play, you get right back into the game and, in fact, take the lead because Stevenson had missed an extra point, and you're up now 7-6.
Well, if anything, it's a wake-up call for Stevenson right now, saying, hey, these guys came here to play today.
Well, I don't think in any way the Patriots, despite being undefeated, are taking the Vikings lightly at all.
Not at all.
The kickoff is taken by Kyle Brandt at the 10. Brandt is stood up at the 25, pushback. He's still on his feet, but the official will call him down at the 25-yard line. A return of 15 yards and the kickoff by Kyle Brandt. Zervik threw a 33-yard touchdown pass at the 6:13 mark to Steve Clancy for the Patriots. Lone touchdown thus far in the game. The extra point was no good. Stevenson led 6-0. After the kickoff, Mario Dorsey on their first play offensively from scrimmage broke up the middle, got spun around, did a 360, and then was off to the races and proceeded to run for a 74-yard touchdown. The extra point was good, and the Vikings now lead by 1, 7-6. On 1st and 10, the handoff goes to Brandt. He'll gain 4 to the 29, 2nd and 6. Kyle Brandt so far in the opening quarter, 6 carries for 17 yards. Mario Dorsey already 74 yards rushing on just 1 carry. By far the leading rusher on either side thus far in the game. 2nd and 6 for the Patriots. 3 men in the backfield. Faking the handoff, now giving it to Clancy. Clancy breaks to the outside on the opposite side of the field. He'll have a first down to the 42, a pickup of 13.
Zervik fakes the handoff to Brandt here and hands it off to Clancy. Clancy gets it around the corner, almost breaks it wide open. There you see the handoff.
4th first down of the quarter for the Patriots. 5 minutes exactly remaining in the opening quarter. Vikings leading the Patriots 7-6. Following this next play, we'll have our first report from our sideline reporter, Dave Mrotek, on the field. Handoff up the middle, and that goes to Joe Marth. Marth gains 2 to the 43. Let's send it down onto the field, and here's Dave Mrotek.
Thanks, Lee. Nice turn of fortune for Andre Duncan, number 42 for the Vikings. He's the one that got burned on the Clancy touchdown. Clancy was able to get behind him. Coach Donatucci brought him to the sidelines, was giving him some word of encouragement, and it turned out Duncan was the one who threw that final block to spring Dorsey to make sure he got into the end zone. So things looking up for Duncan and the Vikings so far. Back up to you, Lee.
Okay, Dave. Good point there. Thank you very much. We'll be hearing from Dave throughout the game. 2nd down handoff to Kyle Brandt. He is into Fremd territory, and it looks like he is very close to a first down at about the 48-yard line of Fremd. If not, it'll be 3rd and short.
Brandt just takes the ball off tackle here, tries to get upfield, get some more yardage. A good pickup for the Patriots.
It is ruled a first down. That's the longest run thus far in the quarter for the senior halfback, Kyle Brandt. 7 carries, 25 yards for Brandt in the opening quarter. Clancy has rushed for 39 yards on 5 carries. Almost an 8-yard average for Clancy in the opening quarter. Handoff to Marth. And Marth, off of the left side, will gain only about 2 to the 46. Setting up actually about 1 to the 47, making it 2nd and 9.
Fremd's defensive line makes a good stop right here. Marth's really got nowhere to run. Nice play by the defensive front.
Just over 3.5 minutes remaining. Clock ticking remaining in the first quarter. Both teams have scored on their opening drives of the game. Stevenson did miss their extra point and trails by 1, 7-6. Stevenson currently on their 2nd offensive drive here in the first quarter. Kyle Brandt got labeled at the 43, and he is hit there after about a 5-yard gain, making it 3rd and 4.
Brandt should have taken this play outside. Runs the number 21 Shepard here and introduces himself to him and introduces him to the turf.
Bill Mitz, the head coach of the Patriots in his 14th year, as I was mentioning. There's Mike Donatucci in the headsets, 4th year at Fremd, the farthest they have ever gone in the playoffs. They finished last year at 8-2. They started 8-0, but lost in the first round of the Class 6A playoffs to Downers Grove South. Clancy to the outside. He's got the first down and more, and he goes out of bounds at about the 24-yard line. Another Patriot first down. I beg your pardon, not 24-yard line, as I mentioned, the 34-yard line, a gain of 9.
The Patriots offensive line is doing a good job of blocking. Clancy again breaks this ball outside, picks up a nice game for Patriots. Another first down for Stevenson.
The Vikings of Fremd call their first time out. In fact, the first time out of the game here in the opening quarter with 2:35 remaining in the first quarter. Along with Bill Depew, I am Lee Anderson, and as well joining us on the sidelines, our reporter Dave Mrotek.
Super Dave.
Dave Mrotek, we heard from him just a short time ago. Class 6A quarterfinal action. The winner of this game, as there are 3 playoff games, including this one currently going on as we speak. The winner of this game in the Class 6A semifinals next weekend will take on the winner of either New Trier. The Trevians are undefeated at 11-0, and Wheaton Warrenville South. That game being played at Wheaton Warrenville South. And by the way, the Tigers, they are the defending Class 6A champions. That one should be a good contest. That game going on as we speak, as well as the Palatine Pirates. That game on Sports Channel as we speak. They're taking on undefeated St. Charles. Both teams at 11-0, and the winner of that game will take on the winner of the game tonight between the top seed in Class 6A in the playoffs. They are, that being Lincoln Way, and they're taking on Thornton, the number 8 seed. And that's a rematch of a game earlier in the season, which Lincoln Way won by just 1 point over Thornton, so that figures to be a dandy as well. Steve Clancy on 1st and 10 after the handoff will gain 3 to the 31, making it 2nd and 7.
Just a short little dive. He decides to take it inside and picks up 3 yards for the Patriots. Fremd's defense playing real tough right now.
Just over 2 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Both teams basically keeping it on the ground. We've only seen 2 passes thus far, and 1 resulting in the lone touchdown so far of the game for the Patriots, a 33-yard touchdown pass. Serve it to Clancy. Speaking of Clancy, he got drilled, and he'll lose yardage back to the 35-yard line. A loss of 4. They finally have Clancy in check.
It's a draw play, and it's a great read by number 50, Dan Thiem. Another member of that defensive line for Fremd. It's a big play.
Vikings doing the tomahawk chop, my favorite thing. I love the Atlanta Braves. Oh boy, do I love that. Well, now it's going to be 3rd down and about 11 for the Patriots. Let's see if this is a throwing situation. 3 men in the backfield, double tight end, faking the handoff to Zerbeck. He throws, passes, almost intercepted. Duncan had anticipated it. It was intended for Clancy. It's 4th down. Let's see if the Patriots go for it or boot it away.
Well, Zerbeck kept his eye on Clancy the whole time. Duncan just read it nicely. Broke in front of the ball, tipped it out of his way. Good play by Duncan.
4th down, and the Patriots will, in fact, kick it away.
Try and pin him deep.
John Riley will be booting away. He's standing right near midfield, and Andre Duncan awaiting the kick by Riley for the Vikings, standing at about the 10. Kick is from the 45, kind of a wobbly kick, takes a bounce on the opposite side of the field, and a good Patriot bounce, and rolls out of bounds at about the Fremd 8. So with the bounce, it's about a 37-yard punt for John Riley. So he does his job and gives his defense a chance to stop the Patriots' offense well inside their own red zone. We were mentioning Pat Brown is the starting quarterback. The running backs, Mario Dorsey, Colin Moore, and Andre Duncan, the wideouts. The offensive line, Belgrau, Lawrence, Crawford, Wenzel, Broder, and Georgioff will set the defensive alignment for the Patriots following that 1st and 10 play. Handoff to Dorsey. Dorsey, he'll get about 3 out over the 10 to the 11. It'll be 2nd and 7.
The Patriots were a little bit more aware of Dorsey on this play. Takes the ball off tackle, and Patriots are all over him. Stop him for a short game.
Defensively for the Patriots, the defensive ends, Rashay Hill and Brian Novosel. The tackles, Jared Reese and Parker Dodson. The outside linebackers, Mike Corcoran and Adam Butler. The middle linebacker, a great one, Jeff Skibitsky. The defensive backs, Mike Jurazek, John Riley, and Josh Weisberg. And the safety is Steve Clancy. Handoff to Mike Arabinko. Arabinko to the near side of the field. He'll gain about 6 to the 17, very close to a first down.
It was a trap play that time by Fremd, and Arabinko had a big hole to run through and gets a nice gain from Fremd.
That appears to be the final play of the opening quarter. In fact, it will be. We have completed the first 12 minutes of play. It's been a good one. The Fremd Vikings lead the Stevenson Patriots 7-6. Dave, Bill, and I will be back for quarter number 2 right after we bring you this here on Channel 3.
The power.
We'll be all right down here.
Vacation time. Well, I'm packed. Mom's still working on it. Where's Dad? Oh, there he is, getting the van ready. Nice, Dad. I hope the seatbelts are working. There's my sister Patty. 5 hours next to her. Wonderful. Ah, here's Grandma with my big... Thank you very much. Ah, saved by Mom. Now, don't forget to buckle up my... Ah, you remembered. Thank you. And, Dad, thank you too, huh? I'm safe now. We're out of here. Everyone should always buckle up, you know.
We return to Fremd High School, home of the Vikings. We start the second quarter in this Class 6A playoff contest. It's third down and less than a yard, and I don't know if the Vikings got it. We'll have to see exactly where his forward progress will be. The ball carrier was blunt, and I don't think he's got it. In fact, I think he's going to lose a yard back to the 16. In fact, that's exactly the case, and it'll be fourth down. Good defensive pursuit by the Patriots front four, and it results in a punting situation for the Vikings.
Also the linebackers, Sabitsky for Stevenson, did a nice play on that, made a good read and stuffed the hole.
Gribish, standing inside his 5 for Fremd, will be booting away, and the Patriots will get great field position to start their third offensive drive here in the second half. It's taken by Riley at about the 42, and he's hit right there, and the Patriots will have the ball right about where Riley received the punt, but nevertheless, great field position. 1st and 10, they'll have it at the Viking 42-yard line with 11:10 remaining in the first half. Well, that would have been a big first down for the Vikings to move the chains, but instead they had to punt from well inside their own 10-yard line, setting up great field position for the Patriots. And certainly that's one thing which also could be a key field position in this contest, especially with a high-powered offense, especially running the ball for the Patriots. Brandt breaks it to the outside, and Brandt may go all the way, but he is finally brought down by Shepard, and that was a touchdown-saving tackle at about the 16-yard line, a gain of 26 for Brandt.
A lot of this was done on Brandt's own. He came up the middle there, got a good block from number 66. Breaks it outside. If it wasn't for Shepard here, he was going for 6. Touchdown-saving tackle.
Patriots in the red zone now of the defense of the Vikings. 1st and 10 at the 16 as the Patriots threatening to regain the lead for the second time in the game. Inside handoff to Brand, and we're going to have our first flag of the half, stopping the clock with 10:37 remaining until halftime. 1-yard gain for Brand. Let's check the penalty. I believe it's going to be against the Patriots.
Holding.
It will, in fact, be holding against Stevenson. That'll back them up 10 to the 26.
Just an inside handoff to Clancy. Good stop right up at the defensive line. Fremd's defensive line's been playing well all game.
It'll now be 1st and 20 for the Patriots, and they'll now be backed up. As you see the official marking the ball at about the 25-yard line. 7-6 in favor of the Vikings. Stevenson scored first. It'll be first down and 20 after the 10-yard penalty. Patriots now want a timeout. A timeout aside here in the opening quarter. Both teams have 2 left. There's Curtis Zervik and the rest of the offensive troops huddled around 14th-year head coach Bill Mitz. When you look at this game, both these teams in the final 8 of the Class 6A football playoffs for 1996. These 2 teams have never been there before. Stevenson last year figured to possibly go there and maybe even further, but the York Dukes pulled off an upset in the 2nd round at Stevenson. They took a 21-0 lead at halftime and ended up winning that game 21-14. While we have this time during the timeout, let's once again send it down onto the field and a report from our Dave Mrotek. Dave, what do you got?
Thanks, Lee. You saw Mario Dorsey on the previous Fremd series come out of the game. It was nothing serious. It was the little finger on his left hand. It's possible dislocation. They popped it back into place, taped it up, and look for him to come back next time the Vikings have the ball. Back up to you, Lee.
Oh, Dave, he's all over things as always.
He's hot.
Thank you very much, Dave. Nice report there. Obviously, Mario Dorsey, who's already rushed for 77 yards. There you see Mike Donatucci in his 4th year as head coach. The team is 8-3. First year as head coach, the team was 5-4. His 2nd year, they were 1-8. Last year, they made the playoffs, and for the first time in his tenure as coach, they were 8-2, and this year they're 8-3 thus far. Pass, and it's going to be for a loss way back to the 35-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 9. It'll be 2nd and 29. The pass was caught by Jarasak.
Cervic on the back here tries to throw a reverse screen, and that's number 27. Terrence Young for Fremd Vikings makes a nice play, stays heads up, stays home, and saves a possible gain for Stevenson.
Terrence Young in that Buffalo Grove win a number of weeks ago here on Channel 3 earlier in the season. He was our player of the game, our CCN MVP. Pass is thrown, and it is caught by Jarasak. Oh my, what a catch. That's as good as you're going to see. First and goal at the 5. A pickup of 29.
Zervek just drops back to pass. It's a little fly pattern to Jarasak. He just goes up for the ball, concentrates, hangs onto it. Nice play.
Man, what a catch by Jarasak. First and goal for the Patriots at the 5. Handoff, Kyle Brandt dives to the end zone, and he is in for a Stevenson touchdown, and the Patriots have regained the lead at 12-7, pending the extra point. There you see the fans opposite us for the Patriots.
Simple dive play, got a good lead block from Clancy, and Brandt walked right in the end zone.
22nd touchdown rushing on the season for Kyle Brandt. Him and Clancy have rushed for a combined 45 touchdowns thus far this year. The Patriots will go for 2 since they missed the extra point on their first touchdown earlier in the first quarter. Zervik rolls left. He throws, and it is knocked away. Nice defensive play. And that was made by number 25, Colin Moore. The score will remain Stevenson 12 and Fremd 7.
Zervik fakes the handoff to Brandt and just rolls out. It's got a lot of pressure on him right away. Threw this ball a little high. Colin Moore came and made a nice defensive play for Fremd.
Kyle Brandt now 10 carries for 61 yards rushing in the first half. Clancy has 8 carries for 47 yards. Brandt, after only rushing for 17 yards on 6 carries, since that time in his last 4 carries, he's rushed for 44 yards. Patriots take the lead for the 2nd time here in the first half. Vikings awaiting the boots as they now trail by 5, 12-7, with 9:28 remaining until halftime. Winner of this game will move into the semifinals next weekend, probably in a Saturday game. If Fremd wins, they will be on the road no matter what, either at New Trier or at Wheaton-Warrenville South. If Stevenson comes up victorious in this Class 6A quarterfinal game, they will be at home if Wheaton-Warrenville South wins. But if New Trier wins, they would be on the road at New Trier.
Psych.
Ball falls off the tee. They'll try it again. The wind was supposed to be somewhere out of the southeast today at about 15 to 30 miles per hour. But all in all, compared to a week ago, quite a nice day for football in the middle of November.
This is Jamaica compared to what it was a week ago.
They're going to hold the ball so it won't blow off the tee again. 9:28 remaining until halftime. Patriots taking the lead moments ago on a 5-yard touchdown run by Kyle Brandt. It's taken by Shepard at about the 6-yard line. Shepard's got some room, breaks to the outside. He's tackled by Riley at about the 37, but not after a fine kickoff return of about 31 yards.
It's a nice run back by Shepard here. They're looking into that sun, so it made it a little hard to catch the ball. There's a good lead blocker there in Mariano Duncan. It's a nice block here from Shepard to spring him for an extra few yards.
He did a nice job, did Shepard, too.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Jill. Bill, yeah. Bill, of making the play develop.
Right.
Waiting for his blockers. He was patient on that kickoff return, and it results in about a 31-yard kickoff return. 1st and 10, handoff to Blunt right up the middle. He'll gain 3 to about the 40. 2nd and 7.
Blunt just takes the handoff right up the middle. It's a design up the middle play and picks up 4 yards for Fremd.
8:57, clock rolling, remaining in the second quarter. Stevenson, as you see in the top left-hand corner of your screen, leading by 5, 12-7 in this Class 6A quarterfinal playoff contest. Handoff, Mario Dorsey. Dorsey to the near side, and he is brought down after a 4-yard gain to the 44. It's going to be 3rd down and a long 3.
Dorsey again getting some nice blocking up front. Picks up another nice game for the Vikings as they're on the move.
Well, the Patriots, after giving up the go-ahead touchdown, certainly wouldn't like to give the ball back once again to Stevenson. Their last offensive drive was 3 and out, and they had to boot it away, and now they're facing a 3rd down and a long 3 just inside their own 45-yard line. Pat Brown hands it off to Dorsey. Dorsey breaks off a tackle, and he is going to come up about a yard short, a gain of 2, and it looks like the Vikings once again will have to boot it away.
Stevenson's defense stepped it up on this play. Dorsey takes the ball right up the middle. Got a good tackle there from number 44 for Stevenson, and I don't know, to bring out the chains maybe.
Well, before they possibly punt the ball away, the Vikings will take their 2nd timeout of the half. It might be a question as to whether Donatucci wants to go for it or not. I think he realizes probably that the Patriots, obviously they do have a very high-powered offensive attack, especially running the ball. They're down by 5. They have the ball near midfield, and certainly in their own right, the Vikings got a terrific defense. So if you don't make it, then you put it on the shoulders of your defense and hope that they can stop the Patriots. So I think they're debating just that thought.
Well, you still got over 7 minutes left to play in the quarter, and I don't think you want to put, like you said, the pressure on your defense. So I would, if it were me, I'd punt it away. You still got a lot of time left in this half.
Well, it looks like the Vikings are going to go for it. Gribish is not on the field.
Gutsy call.
This is the first major call of the game.
Saw our first hook and trailer today. We might see our first quick kick.
Well, it's gonna, if it is a quick kick, it's going to probably have to be from a guy like Mario Dorsey.
Really quick.
Yeah, because their kicker, Gribish, isn't in the game. 4th down and 1. The Vikings at their own 47. Long count by Pat Brown. He hands it off to Mario Dorsey, and Dorsey's not going to have it, I don't think.
It'll be the spot.
Boy, unless he's got a mark of a lifetime, he's not going to have the first down.
Dorsey just takes the ball up middle, and everybody knew it was coming there. It's just a big wall. Bottom line right now is where the spot is.
Judging by where it looks, I don't think it's much of a it looks like a no-brainer to me that he's going to be short. Dorsey gained maybe about a foot, but he needed really a healthy yard. There you see the chain gang, right? There's Bill Mitz right next to the guys that are operating the chains. Boy, I'm kind of surprised they're even measuring, because from our vantage point, it looks like that there's no question that he didn't get the first down. He didn't make it. He didn't make it.
Yeah, it
wasn't even close.
Yeah. A good defensive stop for Stevenson on that time.
Well, the first big call of the game goes against the Fremd Vikings. Since Dorsey's 74-yard touchdown run on his first carry and the first offensive play of the game for the Patriots, which resulted in a touchdown, he's carried 4 times for just 6 yards. So now the Patriots, leading by 5, again have the ball in Fremd territory to start their drive. Kyle Brandt to the opposite side of the field. He'll gain about 5 to the 42, 2nd and 5.
Just a simple off-tackle play, and Brandt takes the ball on the outside, tries to get some more yardage.
7-12 remaining in the first half. Patriots 12, Vikings 6. We have an update from St. Charles as we speak. The Pirates of Palatine, Billy's old alma mater, with a 6-0 lead over St. Charles. The Saints and the Pirates doing battle on Sports Channel today. Handoff to Marth as Zervik faked the handoff and gave it to Marth, and he'll gain about 2 to the 40, making it 3rd and 3.
It's just a short dive play, and they fake the handoff to Clancy and hand it out to Marth. Really nowhere to run for Marth on that play.
If the Palatine Pirates win and Thornton knocks off Lincoln Way on the road, the way it looks, we will have that game for you. A Class 6A semifinal game next weekend from Palatine. It'd be the Wildcats against the Pirates. And the Vikings come up with a big play on 3rd down defensively, as Clancy takes a hit in the backfield, and he'll lose 3 back to the 43.
It's Dan Thiem again, who made that big play earlier on Clancy, and he stops him again for no gain.
It's going to be 4th down and 6 now, and I believe the Patriots will go for it. Their first 4th down situation in which they'll go for it. Fremd failing on 4th down and 1 on the Vikings' last offensive series. We're over halfway through the 2nd quarter. Stevenson leading by 5. Handoff to Brandt, and Brandt's got the first down of the 36. He took a big hit, but still gets the first down.
It's a good, strong run by Blant there. Just takes the ball off tackle, running upfield. Just head down, shoulder down, going for the first down. He took a hit, but he got the first down for the Patriots.
Brandt now 72 yards rushing here in the first half on a dozen carries. Ball mark just inside the 37-yard line of Fremd. 1st and 10 Patriots. Jurasak, the receiver, to the near side of the field. Quick pitch to Clancy. Clancy to the opposite side of the field. Yeah, that's a good call, Bill. I think you're right. A gain of 4, but I think they're going to tack on some more yardage. Clancy definitely had his mask grabbed.
Just a quick pitch right here to Clancy. Trying to get around the corner. I don't know what number that is, but yeah, that could be a 15-yard penalty.
It might have been Terrence Young on the defensive backfield. There you look at Mike Donatucci with the headsets in his 4th year as head coach. Now we get another view of Mike. 5:12 remaining in the first half. It was a 4-yard run to about the 33-yard line, and it's going to be the big face mask penalty down inside the 19-yard line. That's a 15-yard penalty. And Stevenson once again in the red zone of Fremd. Triple backfield for the Patriots. Jarasak, the receiver to the near side of the field. Kyle Brandt cuts outside, then back inside. And he is tackled after a short 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandt here, the handoff started right. Had nowhere to go, thought he'd cut it back left, and there was nowhere to go there either. Fremd's defensive line's playing tough again.
4:50, clock moving, remaining until halftime. Primarily a bunch of rushing here in the first half. It's 2nd and 9 Patriots at the Fremd 18-yard line. Triple backfield once again. Faking the handoff is Zervik. Clancy now goes the opposite side of the field. He's got some room inside the 15, and he's brought down at the 11. Another penalty flag. In fact, there's another one thrown, a couple on the field. That was an exciting run by Clancy.
I thought I saw a clip on that play. Maybe a late hit or something, I don't know.
It was a 7-yard gain pending the penalty.
You see the fake off to Brandt, and Clancy takes the ball all the way to the left side. Got a host of Vikings greeting him there and decides to reverse his field and go the other way. You see at the top of your screen here, there'll be a clip by number 14, right in the back of Mariano Duncan.
That's by, excuse me, Bill Jurassic, the receiver.
Duncan was the one he clipped, I think. Or was that Terrence Young, number 27? Yeah, that was Terrence Young, my bad.
They need to get the ball to the 9-yard line. Boy, it's a little past Halloween. Got the stones around the guy as well.
I see they got the mirror on the field in there.
It's going to be now 2nd down and 17 back at the 26-yard line. Triple backfield again behind Zervik. He rolls left. He throws, and it is incomplete off the hands of the tight end, Brian Novosel, right at the goal line. I think Novosel wanted a flag for interference, but to no avail.
It was a close call. I think number 21, Colin Moore, got away with one on that play. Or excuse me, Shepard got away with one on that play. Zervik just sees it into the end zone. Both go up for it. It's a close call. No flag.
I saw that pumpkin on the field moments ago. The more I think about it, the more I'm thinking it might be a good luck charm for the Vikings today. For the safe bets.
Either that or they threw a picture of you and side of a pumpkin.
That's being rather kind as well. Looked like I was.
I didn't want to say no.
Looked like I was about a month and a half ago, with a lot less hair. It's 3rd and 17 for Stevenson at the 26 of Fremd. Clancy breaks to the outside, another flag. Another change of direction move, and he'll lose yardage. Back to the 32, a loss of 6. If it's a flag against Stevenson, the Vikings will obviously decline it.
Well, Clancy takes the ball, and on the play earlier, Fremd plays it well and decides to reverse his field again. It's almost a carbon copy. But this time you see number 42 for Fremd, Andre Duncan. Makes a nice tackle from behind for a loss for Stevenson.
Penalty against the Patriots. It will be declined. It's 4th and 23. There you see Bill Mitz, the middle of your screen, giving his troops some encouragement, clapping his hands. He's in his 14th year as head coach. I asked him about his last year's team because I know last year he was talking to me during the playoff run, in which they did lose in the 2nd round of Class 6A. I was asking him if last year was perhaps his best playoff team, and he tended to agree, and I asked him about this team comparing to last year's team. He said they just didn't want to compare this year's team to last year's team. This year's team, a different team compared to last year. The kick is in the end zone, and the Vikings will take over 1st and 10 at the 20. So they're able to stop Stevenson from putting more points in the scoreboard, and they get the ball back, still trailing by 5 with 3:16 remaining in the first half. Lee Anderson, Bill Depew, and our sideline reporter Dave Protek here at Fremd High School in Palatine. Hail Hildebrandt Field, the home of the Vikings. Vikings in the green, trailing the Patriots in white and yellow by 5. First down pass is complete to Arabinko down the left sidelines, and Arabinko will have a Fremd first down to the 39-yard line, a gain of 19.
Now, this play took a while to develop. Brown is only a sophomore. Took a lot of time. Showed a lot of patience on this play. And Arabinko catches the ball, goes upfield for a first down for Fremd. Nice pickup.
First pass of the game is successful for Pat Brown. 19-yard pickup from Brown to Arabinko. 1st and 10 Vikings at their own 39 in motion. To the opposite side of the field is Moore. Now rolling right is Brown. Brown throws the ball away, and that will be intentional grounding, as Brown obviously was going to be sacked. He threw the ball away, and that should be intentional grounding, and that, I believe, will be loss of down as well.
Well, here you see Stevenson just all over him right away. He's got nowhere to throw the ball. Right away, the ref's on there, on his toes there, and makes the call. He threw that into the stands.
That is exactly the case. It is intentional grounding, and it will be marked at the 24-yard line. There you see the Vikings sidelines. Nice day for football here throughout of all of Chicagoland. We're in Palatine today. Stevenson Patriots leading the Fremd Vikings 12-7 here late in the second quarter. 2:39 remaining until halftime. That's a loss of down plus the 15-yard loss in the penalty, so it'll now be 2nd and 25. Hail Hildebrandt Field here in Palatine, Illinois. Vikings and the Patriots. 2nd and 25 Vikings at their own 24. Brown fades back to pass, and it's thrown behind Duncan, his intended receiver, near the 20-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 25.
Oh, it was a designed inside screen. You see Duncan come right across the middle, and Brown just threw the ball behind him.
I had a chance to see Mo Tharp, the head coach of the Fremd Vikings, prior to the game, and his team has begun practice. He's waiting for Duncan and Heinzel to come back to his team. And Mo is telling me, he says his team's not going to be very big, but Fremd Vikings should contend in the Mid-Suburban League North. It's 3rd and 25. Brown avoids some pressure. He passes it to Arabinko. Arabinko is hit from behind and brought down at the 27-yard line, but not after only a short yard gain. 4th and long. Vikings will boot it away.
Almost a carbon copy of the play earlier to Arabinko. Brown again shows a lot of patience in getting the ball to him, but he comes up short, and Fremd's forced to punt.
We'll bring up a 4th down with
2:24 remaining until halftime, and the Patriots will get the ball back once again. Steve Clancy in the first quarter at the 6:13 mark caught a 33-yard touchdown pass from Curtis Zerbick. The extra point was no good. The Patriots led 6-0, as we do have a timeout on the field. Mario Dorsey following the kickoff after the Patriot touchdown on the first play offensively from scrimmage. Mario Dorsey broke off a tackle, was spun around, and went all the way for a 74-yard touchdown. That gave the Patriots, after the extra point, a 7-6 lead. There you see the starter, Brian Carraher, and I say the starter, he's been starting almost throughout the entire year. He was taken out in the first playoff game of the season after throwing 2 interceptions in the first quarter in their win 14-10 over York. It was a gut move by Mike Donatucci. He made the move and has been sticking with Pat Brown ever since. Brown played the whole game last week. But I wonder if there's that thought that if possibly the Patriots were to perhaps score another touchdown, as again, they get the ball to start their drive in Fremd territory at the 44-yard line of the Vikings. If they do give up another touchdown and they fall further behind, would it be the possibility that we'll see a good number, if not all, of Caraher in the second half?
Well, definitely Fremd's offense is looking for a spark now after that first play from the scrimmage. Hopefully Caraher can give it to them. 1st and
10 for Stevenson at the 44 of Fremd. Zervik fades, wide open, passes out of the hands. Wow, that could have been 6. It'll be 2nd and 10. It was intended for Josh Siegel.
Siegel was wide open, and Zervik just overthrew him by about a yard. Going for it right away.
Good play by Zervik. You can't do it much better than that. You can only put it out there for your receivers. You can't catch it for them. Zervik now 4 for 7 passing in the first half for 58 yards, including a 33-yard touchdown pass to Clancy. And off the right side, and gaining only about a yard is Kyle Brandt. And it's going to be 3rd down and about 9.
Well, Brandt right here just takes the ball on Fremd's defensive line again, makes a nice play and stopping him short, getting any yardage.
3rd down and long now. Need about 9. Let's see if they keep it on the ground or they air it out. Just over a minute and a half remaining until halftime. Clock continues to tick. Passes. Oh, it's kicked off by Colin Moore. Moore brings it back to the 48-yard line. And with 1:23 remaining until halftime, does give Fremd some time to put points on the board prior to halftime.
Plenty of time. Zervik just rolls out again, wanted a quick pass across the middle. Colin Moore read that play beautifully. Intercepted the ball at the pickup now, or excuse me, 1st down now for Fremd Vikings.
Big play defensively for the Vikings. We will take a brief timeout just after this next play and return for about the final minute of halftime. Following this next play, it's 1st and 10. Fremd at the 48-yard line. Hand off to Dorsey. He's going to lose a yard back to about the 47. It will be 2nd and 11. Clock continues to tick. 1:11 and moving, remaining until halftime. We will keep it here. They said we were going to take a timeout, but we will keep it here as it's 2nd and 11. Fremd better hurry. Under a minute remaining until halftime, and they don't even have the ball yet on the Stevenson side of the field. In motion at the back there was John Georgioff. Handoff to Mario Dorsey. He is into Stevenson territory and tackled down at about the 44, and the Vikings will take a timeout with 43 seconds remaining until halftime. We will return after this timeout. It's 12-7 Stevenson. You're watching playoff action here on the Continental Community Network.
With all the talk about customer service, it's nice to know there are people who take it seriously, like the customer service personnel at Jones Intercable.
I don't believe that I have talked to anyone regarding a service that was more efficient and more interested in pleasing me, the customer, as Shannon was. She really was great.
Jones Intercable. It's a smart choice.
From Hollywood stars to sports heroes to world leaders, Larry's talked to them all.
How many shows, how many guests, who's counting?
The king of talk.
Oh, Larry.
Larry King Live, weeknights, 9 Eastern on CNN.
At the heart of every community are the people who get involved and make good things happen. People like your neighbors at Jones Intercable.
On behalf of the Village of Madison, I'd like to thank Jones Intercable for helping to support the Madison Festival each year, the 2nd weekend of June. They do quite a few things, promotions and interviewing, and they really show support for the community. Thanks again to Jones Intercable.
Jones Intercable. It's a smart choice.
We return to Fremd High School for the final 43 seconds of the first half. Stevenson leading 12-7. Colin Moore just a short time ago intercepting a Curtis Zervik pass. It's third down and about 2. Pass is thrown out of the hands of Duncan. He was wide open on his knee at the 33. Would have easily given Fremd a first down, and now it's going to be 4th and about 2.
Brown had a little trouble with the snap here. He recovers, takes back. He had plenty of time to throw the ball. Hits Duncan right in the hands. Drops the ball. There's a flag on the play there, Lee, roughing the passer against Fremd.
Big mistake by the Patriots. It would have been 4th down. And this drive will continue rolling on. And it's a 15-yard penalty to the 30-yard line. 38 seconds remaining in the first half. First and 10 for the Vikings. They certainly got a chance to stick it in the end zone.
Definitely.
Brown fakes the handoff, rolls to the opposite side of the field. Pass is complete to Arapenko.
Another flag.
The 23-yard line, and we do, as you said, Bill, have another flag on the field with 27 seconds remaining in the first half.
This could be an identical call as the play they had before. Again, Brown rolls out, and there's Arapenko in the flat, wide open.
The penalty will be against the Fremd Vikings, a holding penalty, so that really shoots their drive in the foot as far as getting close to scoring a touchdown in the waiting seconds of the first half. 7-yard pass moments ago from Brown to Arapenko. Arapenko has caught all of Brown's passes thus far in the first half. Ball is all the way back to the 47-yard line. Boy, big penalty there.
Definitely a nice drive going. A penalty helped out. A penalty took it away.
Third penalty of the half for the Vikings. They're all the way back to the 47-yard line of Stevenson. It's now going to be first down and 27, and the Stevenson Patriots call their final timeout. So both teams are out of timeouts here for the half, which has now just 16 seconds remaining in the first half. Going to be very hard now for the Vikings to push one across the goal line and regain the lead for the second time in the game. I think, though, if the score remains as it is, 12-7, Mike Donatucci will take his team in the locker room and still feel in pretty good shape.
Oh, yeah, they definitely had a good half.
They're at home, definitely in the contest. In the last 2 playoff games for the Patriots, they were leading 38-0 going into the 4th quarter against Collinsville. Ended up winning by 30, and then last week they were leading 34-0 against Wheaton North, and ended up winning 34-14. So this game, a little bit different story. Patriots still on top. However, the Vikings right in the contest, trailing just 12-7.
I'm sure they'd like, to get some points before half, but there's a lot of football left.
Okay, after the timeout, again, it's first and 27. 5 receivers in the game. Pass is thrown, and it's complete inside the 35-yard line. A 13-yard gain. Pass is caught by Brian Burns. Vikings, I think, are going to run out of timeout. In fact, they will run out of timeout, or run out of time before the half. That'll do it for the first half in this Class 6A quarterfinal game. Your score, the Stevenson Patriots 12, the Fremd Vikings 7. Bill, Dave, and I will be back for the second half after you watch this here on the Continental Community Network.
Today's age of television has brought the world closer, but somehow left our local communities behind. At Continental's Community Network, we pledge to be the resident experts and deliver your local television hometown edition and journal to your front yard. We believe we've found the solution to keep your lifestyle in constant update. We'll be with you from breakfast at Continental's Cafe up until you're ready for bedtime stories. Continental's Community Network, Channel 3, we bring your neighborhood home.
Statistics show that the average person over a lifetime has 75,302 dreams, 3.8 surprise parties, 563 pairs of socks, and 8.6 different jobs. Is educated by 39.7 teachers, laughs 1.5 million times, finds $8.15 in the sofa, tries 12 different hairstyles, plays 6.4 sports, and owns 3.5 pets. But the average person only has one life, so why mess it up with drugs? A message of 29.3 seconds from a drug-free Navy and Marine Corps.
Weeding your way through Chicago's news for local stories can be a real obstacle course. You're tired of chasing down local stories on the other networks. And we know you feel like you're being taken for a ride when it comes to neighborhood news. Well, we've got the solution. There's no need to look any further than Channel 3. It's Hometown Edition. Local stories featuring local people from all over Continental Cablevision's coverage area. Mondays at 7 o'clock on Continental's Community Network, Channel 3.
Big scene. Capsule splashes down. You pull Hanks to safety, okay?
Stroke, stroke.
More passion. Grab Hanks tight. But not too tight, because we don't want to hurt Tom. He's a big star, after all. Gently, gently. I've just come back from space. This is a big scene. You get to shine.
You'd be surprised by everything we're doing to bring you your favorite movies. Continental Cablevision. We work, you watch.
Lee Anderson and Bill Depew, along with our sideline reporter Dave Motek, we're back at Fremd High School at Hale Hildebrandt Field, and the Stevenson Patriots lead the Fremd Vikings 12-7 as we are about set to start the third quarter in this Class 6A playoff contest. In the quarterfinals, the winner to move to the semifinals next week. The winner of this game will get the winner of New Trier and Wheaton Warrenville South. Taking a look at some of the halftime stats, Kyle Brandt, the leading rusher for the Stevenson Patriots, 14 carries for 74 yards, including a 5-yard touchdown. Steve Clancy, their other big runner, at 12 carries for 49 yards. Curtis Zervik, the quarterback, was 4 for 8 for 58 yards, 1 touchdown, a 33-yard toss to Steve Clancy, and he was picked off once by Fremd's Colin Moore. Mike Jarasak, he has caught 3 passes for the Stevenson Patriots for 27 yards, and Clancy, of course, the other for that touchdown. For the Fremd Vikings, Mario Dorsey, 7 carries for 90 yards, but one of those was a 74-yard touchdown. Since that first carry that he had in the first half, he had 6 carries for 16 yards. Pat Brown, the quarterback, he was 4 for 6 for 42 yards. Mike Arapinko had 3 catches for 29 yards. Here's the kickoff. Fremd will get the ball to start first here in the third quarter. It's taken on the one-hop by Andre Duncan. He breaks to the outside initially, then goes back inside, and he is brought down at about the 30-yard line. Call it roughly an 18-yard kickoff return for Duncan. 1st and 10 for the Vikings at their own 30-yard line. Pat Brown at quarterback once again to start the second half. Brian Caraher, most of the year the main starter. He got taken out in the first quarter a couple of weeks ago in the first round of Class 6A playoffs after throwing a couple interceptions. He was warming up in the first half, but Brown's still on the field. Mario Dorsey on the first down handoff. He's hitting the backfield, and he's going to lose about a yard back to the 29.
Well, Dorsey takes the ball handoff here and gets a nice play from number 90, Norversell of Stevenson. Nowhere for Dorsey to go.
Second down and about 11 now for the Vikings. at their own 29-yard line. Very early here in the third quarter. Stevenson has led twice in this game, Fremd once. Patriots leading by 5, 12-7. Dorsey was drilled by Skibitsky, their great linebacker, at the 33, but Dorsey squirts forward to about the 35. He gains 6.
Handoff again to Dorsey, and he just takes it right up the middle, and Skibitsky fights off a block and makes a nice tackle.
It'll now be 3rd and 5 for Fremd at their own 35. Dorsey has scored in the playoffs so far all of Fremd's touchdowns. He had 2 touchdowns 2 weeks ago in their win over York, all 3 of their touchdowns last week in their playoff win over Edison Trail, and has their lone touchdown here against Stevenson in this game. Pass is thrown, and it is caught by Duncan, and that'll be a first down. No, it's called incomplete now. I thought initially they called it a completion. Now it's incomplete.
Brown, just a simple rollout. Duncan tried to take his receiver deep and came back for his quarterback. Close call. He could have been in or out there.
Well, the officials certainly, needless to say, hesitated on that call. But after the incompletion, it'll make it now 4th and 5, and Fremd will have to kick it away because they have the ball only at their 35-yard line. Stevenson had really great field position throughout the entire first half, but certainly the Vikings defense, as they have throughout the year, has kept their team in the game. And despite great field position throughout the entire half for the Patriots, the Vikings only trail by 5 here with 10.5 minutes remaining to be played in the third quarter. 1st and 10 after the punt by Gribish of Fremd for the Patriots at their own 38-yard line. Stevenson 11-0. They've won 3 straight North Suburban Conference titles. 4th overall conference championship for head coach Bill Mitz, and this is 14th year as head coach. This is their 8th straight playoff appearance, and they've made 9 playoff appearances in his 14-year tenure as head coach. First down, handoff to Marth, and he'll gain a yard to the 39, making it 2nd and 9.
Simple straight handoff, handoff to Brandt on that play. Fremd's defense answered the call.
Coming into the game, if you didn't catch our pregame, both Kyle Brandt and Steve Clancy over 1,200 yards rushing apiece. And they combined coming into the game for 44 touchdowns and over 7 yards per average for each runner when they carry the ball. Clancy tiptoes before he falls down and manages to get a couple extra yards. It's a good second effort to the 44-yard line.
Clancy trying to get outside. And you see Colin Moore come up and make a nice defensive play, stopping Clancy for a short gain.
3rd and 4 from the 44-yard line.
The ball at the 44-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and about 4. But again, if it was like last year for the Patriots, they wouldn't hesitate to go for it on 4th and short from anywhere on the field, as I was stating in the first half. Kyle Brandt on second effort will have a Patriot first down to the 49, a gain of 5.
Brandt got a good surge from his offensive line. Everybody's going forward. Brandt's got his head down. He just barrels in behind his blockers. It's a first down for Stevenson.
First down and 10 for the Patriots. The ball at their own 49-yard line. 8:47, clock moving, remaining in the third quarter. Clancy on the first down handoff gets into Fremd territory before he's tackled at the Viking 49 after a short 2-yard gain.
Zervik trips over his own lineman that time and kind of ruins the monotony of the play. And Clancy made a nice effort, but Fremd was there to answer the call again.
Well, Clancy coming into the game, averaging 7.8 yards per carry. The Vikings have held him in check for the most part. He's only been allowed to rumble for about 4 yards per carry in the contest. He has 14 carries for 56 yards. Clancy breaks outside, now inside, and is brought down at the 47 after another 2-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 6 for the Patriots, so as we now go under 8 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
And credit that defensive line of Fremd for making a nice play again on Clancy. Only got a 2-yard gain on that play.
Both Clancy and Brandt, 15 carries apiece. Clancy for 58 yards, Brandt for 79 yards. 3rd and 6. Vikings need a stop here to get the ball back. Trailing by 5, 12-7. Handoff. Kyle Brandt again is going to have a big 3rd down carry, and he'll have the first down to the 40. A gain of 7. So Kyle Brandt, good second effort again. Keeps the chains rolling.
Well, Brandt seems to be their go-to guy. Just heads up, straight, hard running. Gets another first down for the Patriots.
Yeah, as you said, Bill, he's a classic example of hard-nosed running. Indeed.
He's your money man.
6 foot, 200 pounds, and a senior is the halfback Kyle Brandt. Another first down now for the Patriots. Handoff to Clancy, and Clancy inside dives down to the 36. A gain of 4, which will make it 2nd and 6. Clancy of late really been the setup guy for Brandt to get the clutch yards.
Well, as you see Clancy again, he gets stopped behind the line of scrimmage, but a good second effort gets him a few extra yards.
We're nearing the halfway point of the third quarter. Patriots, 2nd and 6 from the 36. Quarterback keeper, and Cervic is hit hard before he's brought down at the 34-yard line after gaining 2. It'll be another 3rd down situation facing the Fremd defense, 3rd and 4. But I think right here, this could be a classic example of 4-down territory for the Stevenson Patriots offense.
And they're a good 4-down territory team.
We'll call it 3rd down and 5. Again, the winner of this playoff game will move into the Class 6A semifinals next weekend to face either New Trier or Wheaton-Warrenville South, and that game is going on as we speak. 3rd and 4, inside handoff, Brandt, and again he'll have the first down. Talk about another carbon copy. That's 3 straight 3rd down plays. They've given the ball to Brandt, and all 3 times he has responded for a Patriot first down.
Well, when you need a big play, you go to your money man, and Brandt's been there all game, and even on the last 3 plays, or last 3 3rd downs, and again, he comes through for Stevenson.
Brandt nearing 100 yards for the game, 91 yards on 17 carries. 1st and 10 for Stevenson, just inside the Fremd 30, 5:23, and the clock moving, remaining in the third quarter. Joe Marth on 1st and 10 will gain a yard to the 28, 2nd and 9. Stevenson chewing a lot of time off the clock after Fremd unable to move the ball in their lone offensive series of the quarter.
A quick dive play to Marth, and Fremd's defensive line right there again, stopping him for no gain.
When we last heard, it was, I believe, somewhere near halftime, Palatine in their 6A quarterfinal game was leading St. Charles in a battle of unbeatens, 18-0. Pitch back to Clancy, opposite side of the field, and he is brought down by Chris Pacini at the 22-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 2. Let me guess, it's going to be another handoff, not a Brandt.
Well, Clancy just takes the simple the simple pitch, trying to get around there, and Pacini for Fremd comes in and makes a nice tackle.
Okay, another 3rd down play for the Patriots. Their 4th straight 3rd down situation. This time it's a handoff to Clancy. They break the trend. The last 3 times on 3rd down, they gave it to Brandt. This time it's to Clancy, and Clancy will this time get the first down to the 18.
Well, I think they tried to fool Fremd, and everybody was keying on Brandt, and they went back to Clancy, and he got the first down for Fremd. Excuse me, Stevenson.
The chains continue to move, just straightforward, not fancy. They're keeping the ball on the ground, but executing very well. In the red zone now of Fremd, it's a handoff to Clancy. Clancy stood up at the 15 and brought down at the 14. Tackled by Colin Moore and Brian Shepard. An assist by Matt Hughes.
It's an inside handoff to Clancy again, nothing fancy. He's straight up running. He's led by Shepard and Colin Moore. That can rhyme.
You become a poet all of a sudden?
Yeah, really.
3:36 clock moving remaining in the third quarter. And it's a handoff to Adam Butler. He gets his first carry of the contest. Butler, you primarily see on the defensive side of the ball. Occasionally he runs the ball out of the backfield. No gain.
Yeah, it's a simple handoff again, and he runs into a brick wall of Fremd Vikings. They put him down for a loss.
Fifth straight third down situation facing the Stevenson Patriots offense, as well as facing the Viking defense. The ball at the 15-yard line. They need to get to about the 9, so it's 3rd and 6. Under 3 minutes, 2:55 and counting, remaining in the third quarter. Stevenson, as they did at halftime, continuing to lead 12-7. Steve Clancy is twisted around and brought down at the 10. He'll be maybe about a yard short at most.
Well, they fake the handoff to Butler that time and go right to Clancy. He's getting a good lead block from Brandt on that play. Terrence Young right there to make the tackle. He's short of the first down, though.
Stevenson now, they were 1 for 1 in fourth down situation in the first half. They have it now 4th and 1 from the Fremd 10. There is Mike Donatucci. If there is a biggest stop of the game for Fremd thus far, this would be it. Stevenson trying to make it 2 for 2 and 4th downs in the game. Hand off to Brandt. He easily has the first down. Close to the 5. He's brought down at the 6, make it a gain of 4. It's 1st and goal, Patriots.
Well, he got a good lead block from Butler that time and from Clancy. Brandt just goes ahead for the first down. It's an easy 2-yard gain.
95 yards on 18 carries for Kyle Brandt. 1:45 and counting remaining in the third quarter. Stevenson trying to add to their 5-point lead. Triple backfield, double tight end. It's a handoff to Brandt. He's inside the 5.
On the 4-yard line.
And he is brought down at the 4 after a 2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and goal from there.
They can get this in the end zone.
Stevenson just pounding the ball at Fremd. Nothing fancy on any of these plays. Simple handoff to Brandt. Could stop for a short gain.
They've kept the ball entirely on the ground. No passes on this drive for Stevenson, which started at their own 38-yard line. There's Jeff Gribish on the Fremd sideline practicing his kicks. Under a minute remaining in a rapidly paced third quarter. Well, why not? Shouldn't it be when you keep the ball on the ground? Clock keeps ticking. Curtis Zervik, the quarterback keeper, on the opposite side of the field has a Stevenson touchdown. And it's 18-7 Patriots with 46 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
It was a designed rollout for a quarterback draw, and he just sprints to the outside. Had a lot of running room and scored 6 points for Stevenson.
That drive shoot up some big time off the clock, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run by Curtis Zervik to the right side of the end zone. Let's see here now. It looks like the Patriots are going to go for 2, trying to increase their lead to 13. Triple backfield as the Patriots go for the 2-point conversion. Clancy breaks outside, then inside, dives forward, and is just short. I think he thought he had it, but he was just short. We're going to take a good look at how close he was from this replay here.
Well, his initial run, he gets stopped up the center there. He's got nowhere to go. He turns it around the outside. His knee is down before the ball crosses the plane of the goal. Good shot by our camera crew down there.
Well, Stevenson, despite not converting the 2-point conversion, there you see the Patriots supporters opposite of us. Great crowd here. Great day for football, too. Last week at the Marist Palatine game, I mean, that was some big-time chill. Today, temperature somewhere in the low 50s, sunshine, and for the middle of November, you can't ask for a better day if you have to play football.
Well, it went from one extreme to the other. It was extremely cold last week, and got a beautiful day out here.
Fremd now trails by 11 as you see Colin Moore and Andre Duncan, the two starting wideouts and the two starting cornerbacks. Both two-way players. Well, the Vikings got some work to do now. Just over a quarter remaining, and they trail by 11 to the undefeated Patriots. Here is the kickoff. It'll be taken by Duncan at the 6, to the 10, 15, 20, breaks to the outside, continues to the outside, and he is finally brought down into, I believe, Stevenson territory at the 46-yard line, and that's exactly, after giving up a touchdown, what the doctor ordered for the Vikings, rather.
Well, Duncan's supposed to follow his wall, but he decided to take it outside. It's a nice, good run. There's plenty of room. There's a lot of daylight. Only the kicker was left to stop him. Put a good move on right there. Good starting field position for the Fremd Vikings.
1st and 10 Vikings. Pat Brown remains at quarterback. Pitch back to Blunt. Blunt breaks outside, then back inside, and he's tackled at the 43-yard line after a 3-yard gain.
Taken down by Kyle Brandt. We'll call it the 43.
Kyle Brandt
That'll be second down.
playing defensively now for the Patriots, makes the tackle.
See if Fremd can get this play off.
This could be the final play of the third quarter. Fremd's going to have to hurry before the whistle sounds in the end of the third quarter. They will not get the play off. That will do it for the third quarter. We will go to the fourth quarter. There you see it on your screen. Stevenson leading Fremd by 11. Bill, Dave, and I will return to Fremd High School right after you watch this here on Channel 3.
To stop drug use, I think it's going to take more than a Just Say No campaign. It's so easy to tell somebody just say no, but you've got to give them the power to say no. You have to decide whether to compromise yourself or not. You have to decide whether you're going to help people or whether you're going to hurt people. You have to decide, what's important to you. Where are your priorities? I'm no stronger than the next guy. I've got to be able to make wise decisions in my own life and know that that's what I want to do.
Getting accepted to college wasn't easy. But Tony kept his nose in the books, studied hard for the SATs, yet he faced an even tougher problem, how to pay for it all. The answer? The Air National Guard. While serving his country and community, Tony's getting the benefits of tuition assistance, the Montgomery GI Bill, and a steady paycheck. The Air National Guard.
We return to Fremd High School. We start the fourth quarter of this Class 6A quarterfinal matchup. Vikings trailing by 11, 18-7. They have the ball, 2nd and 7 at the Stevenson 43. Dorsey tries to break to the outside and nothing doing. He's tackled by Adam Butler from his linebacker position. No gain, 3rd and 7. While we have this time, let's send it down onto the field. Another report from our Dave Mrotek.
Thanks, Lee. Offensively for the Vikings, look for them to try to open it up a little more. The coaches for Fremd have recognized the fact that Stevenson is giving them the passing lanes, and they're stacking it up front to try and stop Dorsey. And one other factor that'll help Fremd in this fourth quarter is now that they've switched positions, they've got the wind at their back. So look for Fremd to try to open it up a little more offensively. Back up to you, Lee.
Okay, Dave, thank you very much. George off in motion out of the backfield, 3rd and 7. Brown throws, and it is, what a catch by Duncan! And he is down to the 11. It was deflected, and still great concentration by Andre, and that's a 32-yard blast bang from Brown to Duncan.
Brown, it's amazing how he got rid of this ball. He got hit just as he threw it. As you see right there, he got hit right as he threw the ball. It's a nice pass. And there's Duncan behind his defender. It's a nice 32-yard pickup for Fremd. And they're threatening again.
First catch of the game for Duncan. That pressure was put on by Kyle Brandt. Handoff, Mario Dorsey. Dorsey inside the 5. And he backs his way in close to a touchdown. No word yet. I think he's going to be just short inside the 1-yard line. We'll get a replay to see exactly how close he came to breaking the plane.
Well, Dorsey just takes the ball right here. He gets hit initially. Right there, he gets hit by a Stevenson defender, and they threw him in the end zone. He was down before he got in. It was a close call, though. It's a good camera shot by our guys in the booth. Or down in the truck.
First and goal inside the 1. It was a first down. Dorsey now over 100 yards. Georgioff in motion. The give to Dorsey. Touchdown, Fremd. Mario Dorsey continue his barrage of touchdowns. He now has 7 touchdowns in the postseason, which are all of Fremd's scores.
Simple dive play, and Dorsey had a big open hole. He walked right into that end zone. It's a new ball game now for Fremd Vikings.
Fremd showing some heart. They fell behind by their biggest deficit of the game, but they come right back and now trail 18-13, and they're going to go for 2, thinking that if they convert, they would only need a field goal to tie the extra point. They'd have to get a touchdown to take the lead. Brown now rolls left. He throws, and it's knocked down by Kyle Brandt at the goal line. And the score will remain Stevenson 18 and Fremd 13. Oh, we got a good ball game here, going for the remaining 10-19.
Well, Brown had some time. Shakes off the defender there, but he's got number 90 Novacell from Stevenson in his face. Just got rid of it. Hopefully somebody could have caught the ball, and Stevenson batted it down.
18-13 Stevenson early in the 4th quarter. While we have this opportunity, if this is our last game, we certainly have had a whale of a season as always. We could see a Palatine-Thornton matchup. Palatine wins and Thornton knocks up Lincoln Way. We should have that game, which would be our final game of the season. But if this is our final game of the year, I want to thank Bill Depew, Dave Protek, Ron Muckowitz, Neil Trilling, Kathleen Knowlton, just to name a few, Tommy Benna, for all the hard work. Certainly takes a whole team effort to make things work, and I certainly appreciate everyone's effort. And it's been a fun season, another fast season. And again, if this is the final game of the football season for us in this, the 96 campaign, just around the corner, it's Hoopsville basketball.
You act like it's your own show.
Is that obvious?
God, I'm going to start crying in a minute here. First year, and you brought me to tears.
Well, why do you think at halftime I had Kleenex up here? Ball is in the end zone on the kickoff, so Stevenson will have it 1st and 10 to the 20. Big drive for both teams, offensively for the Pats and defensively for the Vikes. Crowd below us, the Viking fans, chanting defense, stomping their feet, clapping their hands. Certainly a big defensive series for their Vikings. Clancy in the backfield to lose 3. Back to the 17. Good beginning defensively for the Vikings. Well, you know, all in all, I think the Patriots, rather Viking defense, certainly has done a fine job on Clancy and Brandt in the game.
Right now, as you find out who your big stars are, who's going to step up and make the big play.
Crowd really into it, chanting defense now on 2nd and 13. Clancy with the handoff. Clancy hit before the 20 again, and he is going to be brought down at the 19. It's going to be 3rd and 11.
Well, Stevenson tried to run the same play that they ran last time, and Fremd was up to the challenge. Again, their defense is playing on pure emotion right now.
Crowd continues to chant defense. It's 3rd and 11. 9-11, clock of the game. Inside handoff, Brandt. He won't have it. Not even close. They keep it on the ground conservatively, and Brandt gains only 2 to the 21. And the Vikings figure to get good field position after the Stevenson kick.
On the inside handoff to Brandt, and Fremd wasn't fooled. Number 21, Shepard for Fremd, made a big play. Right now, it's a big momentum shift going Fremd's way.
There you see the sign, pummel the Pats, by the Vikings sideline. Andre Duncan awaiting the kick by Sean Riley, who is standing near his 5-yard line. He kicks it from the 10. That's a short kick. It doesn't take much of a Stevenson bounce either. It blows dead at about the 35-yard line. Red fans below us on their feet.
You can feel the energy now.
Neil Trilling giving us our shot. You've been joining our games throughout the year. We talk about Neil and the job he always does. The guy's a jack of all trades.
That guy's a rock.
Man, he can be a bodyguard, operate a camera, sell popcorn, tell jokes with Dave Mrotek on the sidelines.
And they're all about you. They're all about you.
I wouldn't want anything else. 1st and 10, they call it the 34. Pitch back to Dorsey. Dorsey breaks inside and is tackled at the 28. Well, right now, the Vikings are riding a big wave of emotion, and it's got to be key for Stevenson to remain focused and somehow take away the momentum in a hurry.
You see the last play, Dorsey takes the pitch. Going right off tackle, trying to cut up field, get some yardage. Butler there to make the tackle for Stevenson. A good game, though, for Fremd.
Dorsey, 13 carries in the game, 112 yards, and a pair of touchdowns. It's 2nd and 4, Vikings at the Stevenson 28-yard line. Brown rolling right, being rushed by Hill. Hill gets blocked, and Brown throws the ball away inside the 10. Closest receiver was Colin Moore, and he was covered by John Riley and Mike Jarazak. Clock is stopped with 7:20 remaining in the game.
Well, it's a smart play here by Brown. He's got plenty of time. He's got a blocker in front of him. Rolls out looking for a receiver, realizes that nothing's open, and just throws the ball away once he gets pressure in his face. Smart play by Brown.
Remember this, again, Brown only a sophomore, so he has 2 more years left. It would appear he would be their starter the next 2 years. He's 5 for 9 in the game, throwing the ball for 74 yards. Big 3rd down play now, 3rd and 4 from the 28. Brown fakes the handoff. He throws, and it is, let's see, from our vantage point, we're blocked by a few of the Fremd players. It is caught at the 27-yard line, but that's only good for a yard. It's going to be 4th down and a long 2.
Little play action rollout here. Brown gets the ball. I believe it was Arabinko who caught it. Another nice game for Fremd. 4th down, though.
Fremd's going to go for it. They failed on 4th and 1 in the first half. This one, even a bigger 4th down situation. 6:40 and counting remaining in the game. Stevenson 18, Fremd 13. They need to get to about the 23-yard line. Pitch back Dorsey. Dorsey breaks to the outside, then inside, and he's going to be very close to a 1st down. And judging by where he got tackled,
I don't think he got it.
I think you're right. I don't think he made it.
Here's the pitch to Dorsey, trying to get upfield to get that extra yard. He gets hit initially behind there, and I don't think he got it.
He didn't get it. They're not even going to measure it. 2nd time the Vikings have had it 4th and short in this game, once in the first half, and now just moments ago again. And the identical situation occurred. It was a handoff to Dorsey, and he was unable to get the 1st down on both occasions. Credit the Stevenson defense. They try to change the tide of momentum, and they'll get the ball back. And I'm sure they'd love to consume up a big drive and chew up a lot of that 6:26 and protect the 5-point lead. Kyle Brandt on 1st down. He'll gain about 2 to the 27, which will make it 2nd and 8.
Brad just takes the inside handoff, and again, Fremd's defensive line is playing real tough, only allowing him to get 2 yards on this carry. Good gang tackling. There's 1, 2, 3, about 5 players there tackling for Fremd.
Brant now over 100 yards in the game, 21 carries for 101 yards. 2nd and 8, Stevenson, over halfway through the 4th and final quarter. They need to get to the 35. Handoff Clancy. He's twisted around and brought down near the 29, and it'll be 3rd and 6.
It looks like a pickup of about 3.
Just a quick inside handoff to Clancy again. Fremd's defense is pumped out there. Everybody's just going to the ball, making good plays.
Come on, keep fast, let's go! 5-18.
5:10 and the clock moving, remaining in the game here on the Continental Community Network. Class 6A quarterfinal action. Pitch back to Brant. Now he breaks inside, and he is not. He won't get the first down. Tackled at the 32. He's going to be about 3 short, and I believe the Pats will boot it away.
Again, another fine defensive play by Fremd. Brant just takes him on a sweep, trying to go outside, wants to cut it back inside. Thought he saw a hole. Fremd just gang tackling right now. Defense playing really tough.
2nd straight 3 and out for Stevenson. So again, you said they'll credit that Fremd defense.
These guys watched a lot of film this week, I'll tell you that. Good way to prepare for a game.
Under 4.5 minutes remaining in the game. Here's the boot by Riley. The wind certainly playing havoc with that punt, and it blows dead at the 49-yard line with Fremd in their own territory. 4:10 remaining in the game. If Fremd is to win this game and move into the Class 6A semifinals, this could be the drive that would make it or break it.
See, what they'd like to do right now is eat a little clock and get a little score and not let Stevenson's offense get back on the field.
The ball is actually marked at midfield. Looks like it flew dead at the 49, but they mark it at exactly at midfield. Dorsey with a double reverse to Duncan. He shakes off a tackle. Duncan caught from behind, still on his feet, and he's brought down near the first down, near the 40. I think he's going to be maybe about a yard short.
Pat Brown gives the handoff here to Dorsey, and Dorsey hands it right back off to Young. And you see Pat Brown goes out and try and get a block for Young.
2nd down and under 1. Near the 40-yard line. 3:36. Clock moving, remaining in the game. Stevenson leading Fremd 18-13. Mario Dorsey. And there's a flag. That's our first flag in a while. He broke outside that inside and was knocked down by Grant at the 38.
Gets a good lead block from Arabinko here, Dorsey does. Trying to run on the inside, and flag on the play, who knows what the call could be.
Penalty will be against Fremd, so that will negate a first down. It would have been a first down for Dorsey and the Vikings. It was 2nd down and less than a yard. He gained 3, which would have given him and the team a first down, but the penalty will back the Vikings up 5 to just outside the 45-yard line of Stevenson.
2nd down, 2nd and 5.
2nd down now and about 5. Right near the Stevenson 45. Clock starts moving once again. 3:18, clock moving remaining in the game. As always, we will have for you our CCN MVP, but we're going to keep things on hold just for a little bit. See how the game develops. Keep everyone on the edge of their seats, so to speak. 2nd and 5. Brown has got time. Throws to Duncan. Duncan's got the first down. Duncan loses the ball, and it's recovered, I believe, by Stevenson. I think John Riley, if the Patriots recovered the ball, was the one who scooped it up. Duncan had the first down, but they're yeah, it's always a scrum down there. Who grabs it away from whom?
Stevenson has it.
Oh, crucial fumble. That's the first turnover of the game for Fremd, and what a time for it.
Drops back to pass. It's a nice catch here by Duncan, coming across the middle. Number 78, I think, stuck his hand in there and dropped it out. Right there, number 78. Fremd, everybody scrambling for the football. It's a big pile like that. Nobody knows who's going to come out with it. Luckily for Stevenson, they did.
The ball is at the 34. Crucial mistake for Fremd. Big turnover via the way of the Stevenson Patriots. The first down handoff is to Adam Butler. He appears to have lost a yard to the 33.
Straight handoff to Butler, and Fremd's defense again comes in and makes a nice tackle. Number 65 for Fremd, Tommy Orger. No gain for the Patriots.
Under 2.5 minutes remaining in the game. 2:25. Clock running remaining in the game. Well, Billy, we're going to have to come up with an MVP. I think my guess would be this, as I'm giving you the hand motion without totally giving it away. Dave Mrotek has got his headsets on. But to get his opinion, too. 2nd and 10. Zerbeck is going to lose yardage back to the 32. Loss of about one more. Fremd will burn a timeout with 1:59 remaining in the game. 1:59 to go.
Cervix again, it's another designed rollout run for the quarterback. He's got a lead blocker ahead of him. Fremd makes his play real nice. A lot of gang tackling, not a very big game for Stevenson.
Well, certainly a tough call to make for our CCN MVP. Bill and I seem to have our pick, and I think Dave's giving us the thumbs up. So without further ado, we're going to announce our CCN most valuable player, and it's number 40 for the Stevenson Patriots, running back Kyle Brandt. 24 carries in the game for Brandt, 103 yards, including a 5-yard touchdown. But he did in this second half have a number of big runs. I believe at least on one drive alone, he had 3 in a row, and he got him a first down when it was 3rd down for Stevenson.
He made the big plays when they needed him, and that's probably one of the guys who got my vote.
Congratulations to Kyle Brandt. Now watch things happen, you know, and if there's a pickoff or someone in a big play for then we have to think things over. There's Kyle Brandt, who's played some defensively as well. Made a few big hits in the game. And he is our CCN MVP. Congratulations to Kyle Brandt. He's also, as I mentioned, playing defense from a linebacker position as well. So now it's 3rd down and about 11 for Stevenson. Handoff Clancy. Clancy tries to break to the outside, and Clancy is going to be tackled at about the 32. No gain, and Fremd's going to get the ball back. 3rd straight time. They've held Stevenson to 3 and out, which forces the Patriots to boot it away.
A lot of time left on the clock.
A minute 49 remaining in the game.
Bring up a 4th and 11 for the Patriots.
Steve Clancy, 24 carries for 83 yards in the game. Hope you're enjoying IHSA playoff football here on the Continental Community Network. Along with Bill Depew and our sideline reporter Dave Mrotek, I am Lee Anderson. This is probably the first game really that's going to come down to it has come down to the final minutes of play here for our season. Basically all our games coming down to the final 5 minutes certainly haven't been in doubt, but this one still, there's that flip the coin. There still is there a chance that Fremd has an opportunity, if they get it into the end zone, to win the game.
It's definitely one of the most exciting games we've watched all year.
Hope you've enjoyed it here on Channel 3. John Riley hopes to get a fine boot for the Patriots. Good snap. Here's the kick. And it bounces at the 48-yard line, takes a Stevenson bounce and blows that at about the 42-yard line. Fremd with not bad field position. They do have 1 timeout remaining and a minute 39 left. There's Kyle Brandt, promptly after his offensive series, our Continental Community Network Most Valuable Player. do it again, and now they take a timeout. Patriots burn a timeout. Well, this will, in fact, I said the last drive for Fremd would be the drive that would make it or break it, but I guess I was wrong, because this, in fact, will for sure be the drive that'll make it or break it.
Well, this is your season coming down right here. It's who wants it more? We said in the pregame, it comes down to execution. Right now, who can execute the big play?
Well, you look at way back when you started practicing before school even opened, all the weeks before the season.
All the hard work in the summer, the running the bleachers, the working out, the lifting weights.
This is what it all pays off for in a situation like this, where you let all your guts hang out and try to come up with, so to speak right now, your drive of the year.
Comes down to who wants it more. It's an odd little lineup here.
Well, look at this. The Vikings, you were saying, Bill, they have 3 receivers on each side of the field. First and 10 at the 42-yard line. Brown, lob pass. It's intercepted. On first down, it's intercepted. And that could be all she wrote for the Patriots to go to the quarterfinals. Josh Weisberg with the interception that could preserve the victory for the Patriots and send them either home to face Wheaton Warrenville South next week, or them to go to New Trier should New Trier be Wheaton Warrenville South, for then a right to go to the Class 6A championship game. Second turnover in succession for Fremd. Duncan fumbled on their last series, and on first down, Brown throws an interception intended for Colin Moore. Hand off to Butler. He'll gain 2 to the 30. Fremd can only stop the clock once.
Here's the odd lineup. They got 2 linemen that are lined up in the receivers. And the pass right now is just easily picked off by Weisberg for Stevenson.
Second down and 8. Stevenson Patriots leading 18 to 13. A lot of the fans here, especially the Fremd fans, making their way for the exits. And if this is the final game of the year, which it appears to be for the Vikings, they will conclude their season at 8-4. Second down and 8. Hand off Clancy, hitting the backfield and manages to get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 8. There you see the crowd filing for the exits. 3rd down and 8. Clock continues to move. Stevenson Patriots appear headed for the Class 6A semifinals. Dave Mrotek will try to have our CCN Most Valuable Player coming up following the conclusion of the game in our post-game wrap-up, and that would be once again halfback Kyle Brandt. Patriots, I don't even believe, are going to call another play. Clock is stopped. There's Mario Dorsey. His season will come to an end in his career at Fremd High School, but congratulations to Dorsey on a great senior season, and the rest of the team. It was a fine year, needless to say, for the Vikings.
Yeah, good run at it.
Delay a game against Stevenson. 4 seconds remaining in the game. Patriots led from start to finish, with the exception of Fremd early in the first quarter following a Stevenson touchdown. Mario Dorsey, on their first offensive play from scrimmage in the game, scampered home a touchdown from 74 yards out, and the extra point gave Fremd a 7-6 lead. But then Stevenson took the lead 12-7 in the second quarter, and they led from that point on. Penalty flag on the field with no time remaining as Zervik falls back a couple of yards. All I needed to do was burn 4 seconds off the clock, but the game cannot end on a penalty. It can't end on a defensive penalty, but obviously Stevenson would just decline the penalty and the game would be over. I guess they're going to overlook the penalty, I think. Well, no, now the official's going to overlook it. It's declined. It was against Fremd. That'll do it. The Stevenson Patriots move to the Class 6A semifinals by virtue of an 18-13 win over Fremd. Dave Mrotek will be back, hopefully with an interview with Kyle Brandt of Stevenson right after you watch this here on Channel 3.
My teacher tells us to just say no. Policemen said the same thing. They don't have to walk home through here. Because the dealers are scared of police. But they're not scared of me. And they don't take no for an answer.
To Kevin Scott and all the other kids who take the long way home, we hear you. Don't give up.
Stevenson beats Fremd 18-13 to move in the Class 6A semifinals with their quarterfinal win today at Fremd High School. Lee Anderson, Bill Depew back at Fremd High School. Let's now send it down onto the field to our Dave Mrotek, who has our CCN most valuable player, that being halfback Kyle Brandt. Take it away, Dave.
Thanks, Lee. That's right. I'm here with Kyle Brandt, the CCN MVP. Kyle, we have you 24 carries, 103 yards, the 1 touchdown. You guys seem to stick through it, stick with the running game throughout the contest, and it seemed to pay off, especially with that big drive in the third quarter where you picked up some good gains.
Yeah, that plays into a lot of our game plan. When we can control the ball and keep a team's offense off the field, good things usually happen, provided that we get first downs.
On the other side of the ball, defensively, you playing both sides, did you have anything in particular against Fremd, especially to stop Dorsey? It seemed like you guys were stacking it up front and trying to make Brown beat you through the air.
Yeah, actually, we'd only put in the, it's called a 4-linebacker set that when I come into play. We'd only put that in a few times during the week. We didn't expect to use it as much as we did, but we had some success with it early, so Coach Bob Smith just went with it the whole way. And Dorsey broke the one. I think I was on the first play from scrimmage. I wasn't in on that play, and we were in the other defense. So we switched over to what we call the beef front with the extra linebacker, and it was really successful.
Seemed to work the remainder of the game. They had that one big play in the second half, and that was it for the Fremd offense. Well, that'll do it here on the field. Once again with Kyle Brandt, the CCN MVP. Back up to you, Lee.
Okay, Dave, thank you very much, as well as thank you to Kyle. Good luck to the Patriots in their semifinal game against New Trier or Stevenson. Dave, thanks all year for your reporting. If this is, we may have one more game for you, but if this is our final game, we want to thank the entire Continental Cablevision crew. Bill, it's been a fun year. Thanks for joining me.
Enjoyed it. Thank you.
For Dave Mrotek, Bill Depew, I also want to thank District 211, the athletic director here at Fremd, Jack Drellinger, also both head coaches, Bill Mitz from Stevenson, Mike Donatucci from Fremd. I am Lee Anderson. Repeating the final score, Stevenson beats Fremd in this class.
Because I've had a chance to spend a couple of years with him, I think he's a great candidate. Unfortunately, I don't think we should do anything with people from Northwestern.
Chris, do you think, first of all, do you think that Gary Barnett will leave? I mean, he did the same thing last year when UCLA came knocking on his door. So, I mean, do you think this is a serious consideration for him, and would you think that he would be successful at Notre Dame?
I'm sure it's some of consideration, Peggy. You know, it's a judgment call, though. It's a tough situation for him. No doubt it's a big opportunity at Notre Dame. I just don't know that he'd leave Northwestern.
I'm sorry, Chris, can you repeat that again? I didn't hear what the last word you said.
I said it's a big opportunity at Notre Dame.
Okay.
Not to say
I'm sorry, I just didn't hear you.
I think he's loving being at Northwestern right now. But
yeah,
as far as Barry Alvarez, he can't even down the ball with 40 seconds left in the game.
No, easy now.
Hey, Chris Martin at least watched the game this year, that's for sure. On the ice, the Blackhawks have the night off. They skated to a 4-all tie last night in Edmonton. Tony Amonte's 12th goal of the year. Late in the third period last night was the game tire. Hawks road trip continues tomorrow night in Vancouver. Some quick notes. One day after signing free agent Albert Bell, the Cubs went out and made a move Wednesday. They hired a new trainer, Dave Tumbas, from the Pirates organization. NL Cy Young Award winner John Smoltz is staying in Atlanta. Smoltz reportedly agreeing to a new 4-year deal worth about $31 million. Meanwhile, second baseman Delano DeShields has signed with the Cardinals. And from the NFL, Packers offensive lineman Ken Rutgers has announced his retirement due to knee problems, while Steve Young will be back as the Niners starting quarterback this weekend against the Redskins. All right, that gets us up to speed. Up next, High School Extra, and we got a big show planned for you. The Tribune's Bob Sakamoto is here as always. We'll feature our Wendy's High School Heisman, our football honor roll, and a couple of special guests. Their teams are a combined 24-0. They're both in the Class 6A semifinals, although in opposite brackets. Steve Clancy, star running back from Stevenson High School, is here, along with multi-talented all-purpose back Nick Piazza of Lincoln Way. We'll meet them, plus Sacco selections, when we come back with High School Extra.
Arco American says if you have auto insurance, call us before you renew. If you don't have insurance, call now. Let our computerized rating system search the many companies we represent and come up with the best buy on auto insurance for you. Call Arco American for a free phone quotation. It takes only a few minutes. Call Arco American, AARCO. Arco American, open till 8 weekdays, Saturdays till 6. Low down payments and easy monthly installments are available. That's Arco American, the auto insurance specialist.
No, I'm sorry. The doctor isn't in that day. Let's see. Our first opening is in 2 weeks. I'm sorry, we're not accepting new patients. What's your insurance? Oh, we don't take that.
When you need to see a doctor, you could call dozens to find one that meets your needs. Or you could make a single call to 1-800-DOCTORS.
Hi, this is Tracy with 1-800-DOCTORS. Do you need to see a doctor or a dentist?
We can help you get in when you need to be seen.
We have all kinds of doctors on our service with different styles, different bedside manners.
We can tell you what a doctor specializes in. We understand exactly what you need, and we'll help you find the doctor that's right for you.
We have doctors that work with all kinds of insurance plans. We have information about their years in practice, where they went to school. We have office hours. It's objective, and it's free.
We'll find a doctor that's close, and we'll make the appointment.
The doctor can see you today. Let me connect you to his office.
Yes, at 1:15. We'll see you then.
To find a doctor and an appointment, make only one call. 1-800-DOCTORS.
Statistics show that 40% of all kids who smoke marijuana live in the city. Guess where the other 60% live?
A holiday tradition returns to Chicagoland, and you can enjoy the elegance in all its detail. Come share the magic of the Nutcracker's 30th anniversary. Celebrate the beauty, see the grace, and feel the power of this timeless classic. It's a dazzling production you'll always remember. From December 13th to the 29th, see a special performance at the Airy Crown Theater. You'll make your holiday season full of good cheer. Call 312-902-1500 to reserve your tickets.
And welcome back to High School Extra. Bob Stone, Joliet Catholic, our high school coach of the week, and Coca-Cola and Powerade going to send a whole lot of supplies from Powerade down to the folks at Joliet Catholic for being our coach of the week. Bob Sakamoto is here. He picks the coach of the week each week, and Bob Stone, they're 9-3, but they're still alive, a step away from the finals.
Got to give it to Bob Stone. I'll tell you what, in the beginning of the season, he was 3-3 at one point. He's now 9-3. He's won 6 in a row. I didn't think Joliet Catholic would be here at this point. What they did was a little change in their offense. They ran a too tight end offense, and they began giving the ball to James Randall all the time. And this guy's been running for 200, 250 yards a game. And I remember after the Mount Carmel Joliet Catholic game, some people in the parking lot were complaining about it, saying, why doesn't Stone give the ball to Randall? This kid is great. And I guess Stone eventually figured out, let's run the offense with James Randall. Forget the passing game. Let's just go with that. And it's working.
Well, we got a full house again here tonight, folks. Last week it was Tyler Evans of St. Charles and Bubba Mariani of Palatine, and Bubba and Palatine got the best of them. And tonight it's a couple of semifinalists in Class 6A, all the way there at the end, number 11. That's your all-purpose back, Nick Piazza from Lincoln Way, and this is Steve Clancy, a running back, number 25 for Stevenson High School. Guys, appreciate you coming out here. Like all good athletes on the show, they've come bearing gifts, I see, too.
Okay, you guys.